This is the word to go, y'all.
Well, hello, hello, hello. Your ladies are here, and we are so excited. Ladies, it's so good to see you, as it is each and every Wednesday, right here on GAWTV. That's a hashtag. Make sure you hit that up. Go ahead and do us a favor before we get started, because we have an amazing guest. We have an amazing show lined up for you today, but we need you to do a couple things for us. And that's number one thing, hit that like button. That's a little thumb. It's a little thumb in the corner. Not that hard. Just go over there, like click, click. That's it. That's all we need you to do. Drop us a comment. Tell us we're awesome. Tell us where you're from. That's a new one. Yeah. Tell us where you're from and where you're watching this episode from, because we are a global phenomenon. A gobble. No, that's next month for November. A global phenomenon.
I made it weird. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. Also subscribe, because we have had some incredible guests on the show, and we're so many episodes. I've lost count of how many episodes we have, but we have so many incredible guests from all kind of walks of life, and we never want you to miss out on an episode with us, because we have so much fun. We're always here. Hello to everyone below, live in the chat, 5 p.m. Eastern, as you do. We love chatting with you. And last thing, see, I broke my bell. I broke it because I dinged it so hard last time, but make sure you hit that bell icon, ding, 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 so you never miss us. And plus, it's just fun to ring the bell.
Those are new bells.
These are medicine balls that I've had for ages. Yeah.
Hey, nice bells. Nice
Very
balls.
magical.
Nice balls. Nice balls.
These are the most beautiful balls I've ever
You're
seen.
the yin to my yang. You know? Yeah. Very
Speaking
excited.
of yin and yang, we have a great. You like my transition
It
there?
was wonderful.
We have Patreon.
Seamless.
You like that? Yeah. It's yes, seamless. It is October, GAWTober, if you will.
October, yes,
Hey,
Lisa.
just came up with that. That's really normal. But hey, October 26th, right after GAWTV show, we're going to be in our costumes with our top tier Patreon members, the gorgeous tier,
That's
if you will.
right. Yeah.
Yes.
A
And you can go
Halloween
to
party.
I know. We love the Halloween, don't we?
Yes.
We do. We do.
I know.
Love a bit of All Hallows Eve, if you will.
Oh,
Yes. I'm
getting
hoping all the
historical.
Patreon members dress up too.
Yeah.
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 And you can get the extra juicy stuff on our Patreon as well. All
Right.
the unedited faux pas.
Yeah.
Full episodes, as well as a bunch of, I don't know, random outtakes and fun things throughout the week from us, because we'd like to drop in and have fun with our Patreon people.
Yes. All the
Absolutely.
perks, all the mistakes. That's why we know. Listen, they must love us if they are thrilled to see our mistakes, our flubs, our exclusives. And of course, during Halloween, I can guarantee you that I will for sure be doing a Halloween photo shoot exclusive to GAWTV's Patreon, as Lisa just mentioned. But if you love us here on YouTube, and we hope that you do, because we are a very visual show. We love talking about what we're wearing and being a very visual show. But guess what? We know that you guys are busy. You want to hear us also in podcast form. So enter the GAWcast, hashtag GAWcast. And we have our lovely Ella to thank for that. She transcribes it into podcast form, and you can listen to us on the go, at the gym, on your commute, and you can still soak up all of the gawness, if you will, just in an audio format. But as Mickie's pointed out before, actually now on Spotify, I believe, is it Spotify, or
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
actually watch us as well, right? Which is very
Right.
cool.
And it's the full, I mean, you get the full unedited episodes. Obviously, you get them early on Patreon, but you can get them like a week later on Spotify, and watch them now on Spotify, which is a new thing that they've just started doing.
Yes,
So
very
fun.
exciting. And of course, if you want to be a part of the show, you want to represent, you want to have a conversation piece and say, wow, is that a GAW fan? Listen, you'll know it if they have the t-shirt or the pillow, as Mickie is Vanna Whiting so hard right there. We love it. We have fanny packs, phone cases, all these amazing things that just let everyone know that you are a part of Team GAW, and you are. And of course, below this YouTube show, you can see our floating store there, thanks to Spring. And we have all of our amazing, ever evolving GAWTV merchandise that you can see there, which is very, very exciting. And speaking of exciting, we have a guest that you guys, I am so excited about, because I'm a close personal friend of this guest, as I know that you guys have been requesting her over and over on GAWTV. And Mickie, this is someone that most recently you've had a lot of interactions with.
We've locked horns.
Uh-huh.
We have locked. Is that what they say? We've locked horns recently. Yeah, on the last rodeo, if you will. But honestly, I've gotten to know this woman, and I have a newfound just love and respect for her on a whole different level. And she's a tough broad. I'll give her that. But she didn't beat me. Well, I'm going to say that before she gets in here. She did not beat me. So that's so sad. It's okay. But she's amazing. And I think that with everything that she's done, she has an incredible amount of strength, and she's a badass, and she's just getting started. And can't wait to chat with her. Miss Gisele Shaw, the quintessential diva. Yes.
Welcome.
She gave a good, she got the college trying to beat you. Next time, kiddo.
Yeah. Good old try. But here.
There you are.
Adorable.
I was like, I don't know what's happening here. Please help.
Please send help.
We got you, sis. How you doing?
Welcome.
Filipino, the fabulous Filipino from Canada.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you for having me. Are you guys drinking already?
Yes. No. Truly extra.
Truly we are.
Oh, what is that?
I don't know.
Go first, Mickie. Now,
Gisele, you are our guest of honor, and I'm so grateful for you to come on the show and to be here with us. And I know our fans are going to love you as much as we love you. So, but you look so darn cute. Look at you.
Thank you.
You came ready for GAWTV.
Yeah,
I did. I was like, I'm asking. I'm like, okay, what do people wear? What do people drink? And all that stuff. And did a little research, and I just want to be, I love festivity, obviously, but I also just want to kind of, be in the
vibe.
Oh gosh, and the vibe. Thank you. I'm like, my words are just going away. I have no idea what I'm talking about, and I'm babbling.
No, well, we always kick off our show with who you wear and what you're drinking. Yes, my lady, you go first, guest of honor.
So, thank you so much. So I am wearing.
I'm like, I already know what she's wearing.
I know. I'm like, here we go, Gisele. So I'm wearing Victoria's Secret's PJs. Yes, because we love a PJ. I love a PJ, and I'm also joined by this Teddy over here. We don't have a name for Teddy yet, but I thought it would be festive if we brought him or her, whatever.
Them.
Yeah.
Oh, so cute.
Them, and I'm drinking it's like a spiced apple cinnamon tea in my cup that says treat yourself, because why shouldn't you?
I actually think it says treat yourself.
Yourself.
I'm
sorry. Yourself.
I'm sorry. Holler at your girl.
Go.
Thank you.
Holler your girl.
Yeah.
That's a whole sidebar. The ladies don't know that joke yet.
Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry.
We'll get there.
But I'm also drinking some agua in my WrestleMania.
My
WrestleMania cup. Yeah. I'm sorry. No one else has this except for the people in WrestleMania, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
So I'm very proud of it.
We're very proud, and we were so honored. We were actually going to talk about that later, about how you were so generous and gracious, not just in donating and being a part of WrestleMania, but when we recorded the episode, of just being so open and candid in that very special, which turned into another episode, the WrestleMania special episode that we ended up airing.
Yeah.
So technically, I guess this is your second appearance on GAWTV, because the first one was surprise. You didn't even know.
I was just like in the background. Like, what?
I don't know that you were like this. You were more like this.
Oh, oh.
Elusive and intriguing at the same time. Quintessential Gisele Shaw, yes.
Will you please call me the Elusive Chantus then, if that's the case?
Elusive Chantus. The Elusive Chantus strikes again.
Yeah.
It rolls right off the tongue as a commentator, let me tell you that much.
Oh. Bless. Is it my turn to ask? Like, do I ask and be like, hey, who are you wearing today? Or what are you drinking?
No one's ever asked that, Gisele.
No one has you. The first
that for us.
How rude. I'm sorry. You know, I have manners. No, I'm just kidding.
No one's ever asked that. What a babe.
Yeah.
It must be the Canadian in her.
It is. It must be. And you know, it's an honor to ask you ladies, who are you wearing today and what are you drinking?
Ooh, who goes first?
Oh my
So
God, I'm
exciting.
nervous.
I feel
I'll
like
go
a
next.
Russian roulette.
Yeah. Ian, go.
I'll go. I am just partaking in just yellowtail here.
The
just
yellowtail.
Cabernet. You buy 6
Okay.
bottles and it's $3.80 a bottle.
Look at you go.
That's cheaper than $2.
That is
$2 chuck. Isn't that cheap?
that is
And
that
it's
is
in my
really good.
Handle done glass here. And when I heard about you wearing PJs, I'm like, oh, I gotta put some. I have a kimono on, but
Oh,
I've
I
worn
love it.
before,
Look at
I
that.
and I'm wearing workout pants underneath.
That's
I
totally
love
At
that.
a
kimono. It's
at a
beautiful.
doctor's appointment, and it's my boyfriend David's birthday today.
Happy birthday,
Happy
David.
birthday.
Happy birthday, David.
Yeah.
Yay.
David,
We love
it's your
you.
birthday.
Yay.
Happy birthday, David. It goes with any
I-
two-syllable name, actually.
Yes.
I was gonna do like a Marilyn Monroe, but I was like, maybe not.
No, go for it. We love it.
No, you know what? My voice is just not working today. So, and that's why I'm drinking the tea. So, you know,
Right, right.
rain check on the singing.
Rain check.
Yeah.
We will
Okay.
hold you to that rain check.
Yes.
Actually,
I will tell you guys, I'll go next only because I explained to the girls that it's not my first time, but it's one of my first times drinking champagne on the show. I have a little kind of, it's not a miniature, but this is maybe like, I don't know, like a Tuesday version of champagne, you know, just a little pick me up.
Oh.
A little glass and a half.
De la Coeur, Root. Anthony will
Root.
love that. He's in the chat right now, I'm sure. Product of France.
Oh, it's
Ooh.
French, so it's fancy. Yeah.
It's
So
really
it's
fancy. And I
so it's
actually was going to
champagne.
open it. Yeah, champagne.
Yeah.
If you're nasty. Yeah. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Well, I thought I would try to do the cork on screen because I'm kind of terrified of it, but I thought it's just only a baby one. Oh, I'm already terrified. Okay, it's already
I know.
Here we go.
You got to twist. You got to twist and pull. Twist and pull.
Oh, Lord Nevin.
Hey!
Oh.
I was taught by my husband and people that are in, you know, these sort of restaurants, sommelier kind of industries that it's supposed to hiss. It's never supposed to pop like that. So
Oh.
Oh.
I'm
well then-
fired. Don't quit my day job, but I'm happy to be drinking some champagne because I love you, Gisele. This is a very special occasion. Happy to have you here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Quick
so
sip in your
much.
honor because I love you so much.
Oh, I
Oh,
just learned
thank
something
you.
new about the hiss, not the pop. I didn't know
The
that.
pop is actually not
I
good.
didn't
Yeah,
know
it's not
either.
Pop like that, no. But I will
Oh.
say that I'm wearing my it actually looks very Undertaker-esque, but it's a pearl version, so I valved it up.
Yeah.
Not myself, but I bought it like this.
Mhm.
And this is my favorite Nasty Gal
Oh.
maxi dress. It's very Helena Bonham Carter. I thought it was very cool. And then I wore it. My husband said, "Okay, Bellatrix, calm down." And I went, "Whoa, that's rude." But I love it. So I'm happy to be wearing a little I don't know, you know,
It's
it's
cute.
listen, guys, it's spooky season. I
Yes.
love practical magic. I feel like a bit witchy
Yes.
and I wear more
Yeah.
eyeliner in October. That's just me. So I'm happy to
Ooh.
be here. Yeah.
You're living for
I love
Yes.
a nasty gal, by the way.
it. Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Very
Now
eclectic,
always.
very interesting.
Yeah, shopping wise and literally and
Yeah.
figuratively, whatever, all of it.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
I've
watch
never
that?
even shopped there. You guys,
Oh,
I only hear it from
never-
you
I
guys.
love it, Lisa.
Is it
Yeah.
an app? Great.
Yes.
yeah.
Great. And another app. Amish
Another
my
app.
shopping apps. Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oi,
Aye.
oi, oi, oi.
Okay. Well, I am just
Mickie.
drinking a little truly extra for you, Gisele. Because it's
Oh,
What's
thank you.
extra though? Why was
That's-
I don't know. It says it's got 8% alcohol.
Oh yeah, instead of
And because
5.
she's a little extra, that's all.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
Just a
I was-
little.
I mean, some people say truly extra. I just call it like Tuesday or Wednesday. you know?
bingo.
Oh, but
Yeah, but I wore
You know?
PJs. I wore PJs too. I wore like a little cami
Yay.
top, a little
Cute.
lace that I'm glad that the camera
I love
angle
that.
is where it's at
That is
because
amazing.
it keeps sneaking
that's
a peek.
cute.
Thanks. And these
Yeah.
PJ fleece pants don't buy my socks. That I've probably had for God, I've had these fleece pants for a decade because you guys know I love a set of fleece pants.
Is it
Yeah.
pockets?
What are
Is
you
it
don't-
pockets?
I was
Pockets?
laughing because Mickie likes to do like a full body and likes to like get the leg and the foot in, like hey ho, hey ho, hey ho.
Hey, look, yes,
I
that's
love
an extra
that.
extra like right there.
And we wear
An
pink
extra
on
like.
Wednesday.
We love a Wednesday. We love some footy action on a Wednesday, even if they are.
Yes.
Oh, these are Under Armour socks, in case you were wondering.
Oh.
Underwear?
You know,
What?
they help
Oh.
with the foot breathing in the sneaker. You know,
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
don't want that
I
athlete's
told-
foot.
I told
No, what I was going to say about, because you kind of slightly hinted and talked about it, but one of the things, and you had to like literally like just slap me in the face with it, because I was like, what are you talking about? But I'm a big supporter of you, and I love you so much as a human being.
Thank you.
But I've always been someone who goes like, you have to stand up and be a voice for those who don't have the courage to be a voice or don't have the capabilities. Like I do a lot of work with child help, and I do a lot of work with different groups and all the things. And we obviously are huge supporters and allies for the LGBTQ plus community. However, I saw that you had been doing the Pride Parade and had done so many things. And then when you were here at the house and you said, we were talking about relationshiping, like real life, like girl talk, we're talking about relationshiping. And you're like, I just feel, like sometimes it's harder for a man to deal with the, I forget exactly how you worded it. And I was like, well, what do you mean? And you were like, well, because I just came out and so you are the first woman I've ever known on television to be open and honest and authentic in saying that you have transitioned. And I thought that was so powerful. And so it must, obviously, I don't know, first off, I don't know what, because that is a very powerful choice, and it's empowering in a sense, because I think that it gave you your power back to be able to stand fearlessly in your authentic self. And so I'm so proud of you for that. But also you have, what I don't think that you've realized is that you have opened up so many doors for the future and for people who don't have that strength and who haven't found that strength within themselves yet to say, hey, it's okay to be me and my true and authentic self. You know what I mean? So I obviously I would love for you to be able maybe to help our audience understand, for those who maybe do have questions or don't quite understand in a way, because I think that conversation is really, really important, because people speak sometimes in ignorance, and I don't feel like it's out of love or hate or anything. It's mostly ignorance sometimes. And I think that if we can open our audience's eyes and their hearts a little bit to make them understand, or just to help them understand a little bit of what that journey, because I'm sure that was an incredible journey for you to even come to that decision to be open about it. Right. And I just applaud you so much. So that's just all.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. No, so obviously I mean, it still shocks me that I even made that decision, because I've always said I am not going to, like, I just want to live under the radar per se. I like my gender does not have anything to do with wrestling at all. So I go up there, I do my best to be, the best wrestler that I can be, so that when people actually watch me, they can judge me specifically because of wrestling, not because of
your talent,
my gender. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just talk to me about my wrestling. That's it.
Yeah.
So and then obviously growing up as well, I didn't really have the best time with people, around me. And I feel like that's why we should talk about it more, especially when they're younger. Because if I have had that support with the other kids growing up, then I would have loved to stay in school, you know what I mean? Like, I love school. I really love it. I just didn't like being around, the people. So that's why I was like, oh, I just don't, I just like, I can't be bothered to learn because my mind is somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right. But if, let's say, for example, the, like, you know, like this generation now, hopefully that we talk about it more and hopefully that the government allows it, then I feel like people, you know, going through the exact same thing that I went through would be more comfortable. And, you know, it's not like it's a big thing, like, oh my God, like, oh, she's this or she's that or whatever, rather than just, you know, they would feel like they're accepted and there's nothing wrong with them and they can focus on what's really important, which is the education that they're getting, you know?
Right.
So, and I feel like a lot of people in the LGBTQ plus community, you know, have a hard time with people, whether it be in school or just like professionally, because people don't really understand it. And that's why it's very important to talk about it and to raise awareness, and to just shine a spotlight on it and just to talk about it more and normalize it, that, you know, we shouldn't even just be talking about it because it's normal. You know, there's nothing wrong with those people.
Right.
But yeah, so I've always just thought I'm not going to do it. And I, you know, people do talk here and there, and that's fine. You know, like, it's just, I've just been focused on my career and that's all I've just thought about. And this year, you know, when I signed, with Impact Wrestling, I just thought maybe like, do I do it? Do I not do it? But, you know, like I was tiptoeing with the idea of maybe I should just come out, but, you know, I wasn't really 100% sure about it until, you know, well, two instances, actually, two key points that happened was when I went to WrestleMania, in Dallas. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah. Do you remember that time where, you know, where we shared stories?
Yeah.
Yes. So, you know, I shared my story, just about how people, you know, like bullied me, and I just didn't really have like the best, mental health growing up because, I just felt like it was, you know, with all the bullying and stuff, it really affected me. And then, a fan later came up to me, you know, and she happened to be trans. And she was talking, she was like, hey, I just want to let you know, I could really relate to your story. And because I wasn't out, I was like, oh, yeah, okay, like, thank you. And like, I just felt super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to dismiss the conversation so I can leave, because I'm thinking, oh my God, like, this is my workplace. No one knows. And here you are. I'm not sure what you're talking about being able to relate, but it's making me very uncomfortable, and I just don't want to deal with it. And I was like, I panicked. And so yeah, I was like, okay, like, you know, see you, goodbye, type of deal. And then it really made me feel like crap, obviously, because I watched you guys, you know, growing up, and you guys were so strong, you were confident, you know, and you helped me become who I am today. And I looked up to you. However, you know, I was always like, when I'm in that position one day, hopefully that I can inspire other people the way you guys inspired me. And I had that opportunity and I never did that. Like, I was like, get away from me, you know? So that was one instance that I was like, oh man, like, what am I doing? And then and the second instance was I was out, you know, at a bar. Granted, yeah, this girl was like super sloshed, whatever. She came up to me and she goes, hey, like, I have a question. And I go, yeah, sure. What's up? And she goes, you're a boy, right? And I go, what? And it shocked me because, first of all, we were in public and I can't believe this is happening. And now as a public figure, I can't just go out decking people in the face if I don't agree with what they say. So I was like, oh my God, like, I don't know how to react to this. This is making me feel very uncomfortable. But, you know, a friend of mine who was there said, you know what, like, that's very ignorant of you to say. No, she's not trans. She's not boy. She's not this. Like, leave her alone. And then I went home and I cried my face off. And I was just like, oh my God, like I'm letting these people affect me. Their words affect me because I'm not being true to myself. So, I cried it out. And then the next day, I just said, you know what? Like, I think it's time. I think it's time for me to say, no, thank you. Your words won't hurt me ever again because I want to take my power back. So you could tell me all these words. You can call me like hateful words like tranny or something or whatever. And you know what? It doesn't have any effect on me. And I feel bad for those people now because to me, it's just they're not educated with the situation.
Yeah.
And so instead of me being hurt about it, it's more me feeling sorry because you don't have the knowledge for this subject. And that's where I come in and I go, you know what? I have a great platform at Impact Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be using that for positivity and to raise awareness.
Right.
And to inspire other people and hopefully the next generation that, I'm showing that it's okay to be you. It's okay to be yourself.
Right.
And I feel like this year has just been like I go out there before, like performing or to a restaurant, and I can't even just sit still and think I'm going to eat this food and just enjoy the company and that I'm with and the food, because before I'm always thinking, what are these people saying about me? Are they calling me names? Are they, I was always just so like, oh my God. But after that, like after I came out, I can sit in a restaurant, and just be like, I might eat my food without thinking, what are those people thinking about me? Because who cares?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, so it's the word I think is liberating.
Yes. Yeah. And inspiring, Gisele.
Yeah.
It's very
So
inspiring.
Yeah.
So
And
proud of
I
you.
think I'm so proud of you too. And I said it here at the house. I was like, I think that what the people hate out of fear and out of ignorance, because they haven't been educated. And no matter what, like people, when they don't understand and they can't understand, the easiest thing for them to do is to say negative or to like joke or whatever, instead of having the intelligence to try to understand, or at least to have that open conversation because I do believe like we are meant to love everyone. We're meant to love all beings, and the reason why the world has become so toxic is because we've stepped away from that mentality,
Yeah.
because we're meant to love and accept everyone in their true form, how they are and who they are. And that's how we can all be our best self. But I can see a major difference in your confidence, in your, the way you stand, like we can all pretend to be confident, but when you are truly like can stand in your truth and your authenticity, you radiate a different aura, and that's not something that you can pretend to have or not, it just is. And I think that also, like you said, for this next generation that comes through, you gave them the strength, including, and don't feel bad about that, because that's one of those things that you just weren't ready then to be able to do that. It all takes steps, and sometimes we all reach our one point, like that breaking point where you're going like, you know what, fuck it. I don't care what anyone thinks. I need to be me. And if they don't like it, then that's on them. That's not my fault. That's their fault. So, we applaud you because we love you so much, but it's incredibly powerful what you're doing. And it's only like, there's going to be, a whole group of this generation that are going to come to you later and just say thank you. And I think you don't even see it yet. You don't even see it yet, but you will. Yeah,
absolutely.
And you're so brave. And that's the thing, like, obviously we've all come to love you personally, but with wrestling, I sort of struggle with the idea that like we're in entertainment. It's, that's fun. That's whatever. But am I making a difference? And with you've done something to break barriers and to open conversations and normalize conversations and, put your insecurities and your kind of, everything else aside and gone, this is going to help people. And this
Yeah.
is what I'm about, is forget me, how I feel. I'm going to help people. And for that reason, I loved you before, but when that came out, I was like, oh my God.
Oh, I know.
To say we're proud
You
is
are
an understatement. And you were
understatement,
a
totally.
pioneer. Listen, Mickie and Lisa, who I love to my core, and they're my sisters. They have pioneered in so many ways in women's wrestling. But for you, it's a different pioneership in the sense that you're, like Mickie said, you're inspiring a totally different generation that needed to see someone like you have the bravery and the integrity and the confidence and the beauty that you've had to come out and say what you've said. So I'm just so beyond proud. You know that I think like that because we're friends, but I just want to say cheers to you because
we love you. My
we love you
gosh.
so much.
Thank
And we're
you.
so proud of
much.
you. This is
We're
only the
so
beginning,
proud.
my gosh, of what you're gonna do.
I know.
Changing the world. Wow.
Look at you changing the world. And you're just getting started. This is the beginning of your career. Like, I know you've been wrestling for a minute, but like this is just the start of your career, and you're so talented in the ring. And I know you're like, oh, I don't want this to define me. And that was another decision as to why, like, oh, I don't want this to be the defining thing of me. Right. Your talent and your ability is going to be the defining thing of you.
Exactly.
This is something that's like a whole different side of a piece that's just going to make people love you even more because of your authenticity, if nothing else, you know, of the power of being
shared
authentic.
it. Yeah. It's so beautiful.
Thank you. And we
and your
so
Victoria's Secret PJs are just damn beautiful.
And that's also
and
beautiful. I will say, I was my next question was going to be about the WrestleMania thing, and I'm that's why I'm always the emotional one, but you can replay. That's why I got emotional because I just thought, my God, if we could at all help with WrestleMania to have you tell your story, and that's what I was going to say earlier. To bring up another question for you was about WrestleMania because it was sort of a who's around to come support whatever, and you were right there. You were the first. How can I donate? How can I be of help? And then you came there live and in person and shared this beautiful story. By the way, you guys that are watching, if you're new to GAWTV, my goodness, please go back and watch the replay of the WrestleMania episode where Gisele was so amazingly poignant, amazingly strong, and shared her story. Again, unprompted. No one told her we were even going to have a microphone.
Yeah.
And you did it, and it was so brilliant and gorgeous and vulnerable and real. Yeah. And we just so appreciate that so much. But the fact that you even mentioned WrestleMania at all in your sort of journey into how this happened for you is such an honor for, I think it's speak for all three of us. That means a lot that we could be there with you, and we're always here with you. Anything you need. So yeah.
And I'll punch somebody in the face for you. Because I can do that.
Ruin their credit like that. I will blacklist them from Louis Vuitton.
I don't mind. I find it's fun. It's fun.
Therapy.
I'm actually really, really surprised with how accepting people have been, because I was really, really scared. I was so scared, and I didn't know like how people were going to receive the news, I guess, you know what I mean? And especially like at the locker room, because I was like, oh, I hope like, the guys like don't think like, oh my God, like she was probably like flirting with me or something or whatever. And I'm like, no, like I'm just here to work, So I just, it's that mentality of when I first came in and into the business that I was like, that was the mentality that people had. And, things have changed. And like even the fans, I was scared because I didn't know if they were going to be taking it well in a way. But the real fans know like they don't care. Like if they're your fans, they're your fans for a reason. So they've just been amazing, and I'm just super happy. I'm just super happy that everyone. I mean, you get that 1, 2, I guess.
We all get them, no matter what. Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
But they're hating and
because they can't
hating
beat you.
and following us at the same time.
Yes.
So hey.
Exactly.
Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the like.
My God.
Yeah.
I will
Thank you for taking the time of the day, commenting about me, because you didn't exist in my world before. But hello, welcome.
Welcome to my world.
Party.
Yeah. Would you say that, I don't know, when you say, oh, I was scared or whatever, I almost feel like do you think the locker room has, and since because I feel like our locker room is amazing, but I almost feel like it's because it may have been like the elephant in the room that they were too scared to even address. Has anyone no one's treated you differently, I'm assuming, but if anything,
no.
but more positively, more open, and like more in an embracing sort of way than anything more standoffish.
Yeah, I would. So I was scared about maybe, you know, people might feel uncomfortable, like, oh, we don't really want her changing, like in, you know, like with us or something or whatever, or maybe the guys would be like, oh, like why is she changing, you know, with the girls. And then so I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, am I gonna have to get changed, like you know, like stuff, like where
closet?
do I change?
Yeah, the broom closet.
Put you under the staircase with Harry Potter.
I was
like Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, I'm like, what's going to happen? Because I feel like, you know, am I going to be categorized as, oh, you're a question mark? So we don't know how to react to you or how to communicate with you. But you know, I was very, very surprised that everyone was just like, oh my God, come here. You know, it's been so amazing. And yeah, it's very overwhelming. Like I was very shocked on how well it went.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like, I really try my best to give back to the community and try my best to really shine a spotlight, you know, like I did the gay world, sorry, what is it called? The gay world softball series or something.
I saw that. I saw that.
You know, so yeah, so it was really cool to share my story there, and just like everywhere and anywhere that I have the opportunity really to just talk about it and raise awareness, like I'm there. I really feel like also, right, that there was a generation at one point where, you know, gays, the lesbians, and like the transgender people were portrayed by Hollywood as like, ew, you know what I mean? Like,
it was not okay. It was
not like,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like, God, what movie? It's like a Jim Carrey film where God, I can't remember the name of it was, but it was supposed to be like a kid's film where he's like an inspector or a detective or something or whatever. I can't.
Yeah. Pet.
Yeah.
The
Ace Ventura Pet Detective.
Ace Ventura.
That's it.
Ventura.
That is it.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yes.
So I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm not sure if you guys remember the scene, but there was a scene where they discovered that this girl was trans, and then so they go, oh my God, like she's a man, and everybody starts and they start vomiting and stuff and whatever.
Yes.
Right.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, it's for the longest time, I feel like the community has been subjected to, let's just make fun of them. Like it's disgusting, all this stuff. It's not normal. So I really feel like, with the work that I'm trying to do, I really feel like I just want to put a spotlight on it, that it's like, no, like we're all normal people too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like no one really knows anyone that's trans. Right. So they don't know, because in their head they're thinking, oh, a trans person is like, let's say, like this jacked dude who's like super butch and stuff and whatever, and talks like with a super, super deep voice and like your stereotypical trans person, right?
Right.
And then they go, oh my, like you're trans? And I go, yeah, why? What's up? And they go, oh, like you're look normal, or what? You know what I mean? You're not like it's like
you're actually pretty. You're actually pretty. You're actually attractive, or something like that. It's insulting. It's like a backhanded compliment. Yeah.
So it's like,
like Mickie said, the word is ignorance. Would you agree?
Yes.
Like it's really ignorance. And it's like I hope that people, if they were and maybe I could be wrong, so people are just totally beyond teaching. By the way, met many of those. But if they were educated, and if more people like you were doing what you do and being brave, maybe there would be more education about it, right?
Yes, definitely. But I think also, right, that back then, if people were trying to be brave, because there have been people that were being brave because they didn't have the knowledge, when they told us people that like they would get beat up, it's like, it's like the violence is real,
right.
Where these people, instead of being brave, they don't even want to deal with it, because that's what I was like, like that's what I was thinking when I came out this year. I go, oh my gosh, like there has been so many instances where I've put myself in a position where they don't know that I was trans. And if they knew, do you think I would have ended up like the rest of those trans people who get murdered, who get beat up, who get, so I was like, holy crap. I'm like, this is a real issue, because when people, so when people talk to me about, the LGBTQ community, the first thing usually is that they ask us about like, oh, like my surgeries and stuff or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I think we're really getting away from the real issue, which is that trans people, the LGBTQ plus community, are a target of violence.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing, is that I'm trying to say, hey, you know what? Like, the real issue is that my whatever is happening here with my body, that's none of your business. Right. But we can talk about real issues in the world. Right. So so any opportunity, so I'll go on and on about it. But I really feel like I just want to put a spotlight on that.
No, I appreciate you being so open.
Yeah. Even like surgery, my girlfriend was talking about breast augmentation and certain things, or like if somebody I have a friend that had a hysterectomy and a friend that have had mastectomies, things like that. And I find it interesting that, straight, if I can call it that, straight surgery, so that's not a bad thing to say, people respect and go, oh, you had a big surgery. Yeah. But with these sort of surgeries, it's like people get very morbid and into the details. Yeah. It's like nobody in their right mind in any civilized conversation or any sort of respectful conversation would say, so what happened? You just don't say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's why we have to stop doing that and sort of taking people out of the equation of like, that's a person's personal business.
The human element. Right.
Yes. Yeah. And that's why, again, to commend you, it's just great that you can be a voice for the ones that might be in that, terrible conversation or an awkward conversation or something that's going to be offensive, because maybe they can look up to somebody like you, and now that they can go, you know what would Gisele do? What would she say?
Yes.
And your confidence is so infectious and your energy is so positive. And let me tell you something, for our Progress Wrestling fans that know how much of a fan I am of hers, when she walks into a room, looks better than anybody ever. Arena outfit.
Were we talking about this weekend?
Yes.
I was like, oh, you came to work today. I'm so proud of you.
Gisele's work clothes are
you
better
came
than
to work
anything
too.
you've ever owned. But I will say this. I'm half joking because I'm a big fashionista, whatever. But the pride that you take in arriving to an arena, or the pride that you take in, the way that you approach your craft of wrestling and promos and even just, press tours and things. I've seen how you dress and how you conduct yourself and how you,
Pro's pro.
Yes. Your poise and your professionalism is so amazing. And the fact that you have this message on top of it is just wonderful.
Yeah.
So
You're changing lives. You are changing lives.
I hope so.
You are.
I really hope so.
I like it when you come to work dressed for work. Amazing. Like looking like $1 million.
I try my best, because I really do feel like, like I said, again, I always think about like your generation where you guys were, were wrestling and stuff. Like you guys are superstars, so I always just think like, what are my favorites? Do you know what I mean? Like how did they conduct themselves when they were in my position? So I always think and I love to dress up anyway.
Yeah.
So it just makes it, makes things easier.
Yeah.
But like Mickie and I, talked about like we do, it's like I feel like when you go to work, you just have to dress like you're gonna go to work.
I do too. I believe that. We were talking about, because I made a joke on Twitter or whatever. Like I feel like wearing pajamas to the airport is the equivalent of.
Oh yeah. I saw that tweet.
Pants
that was
to work.
Really cute though.
Thanks. But I did have my sweatshirt, but it was because the only hoodie I had was cold.
It was cold.
It was very cold, but it was a cute hoodie, and I was dressed underneath. I was dressed in, and not like business, but I think it's because we had the whole dress code thing of the biz cash, and then it wasn't a
Yeah.
thing. But even prior to the biz cash dress code thing, I was already dressing because I go like, I'm going to work. I wouldn't go to a 9-to-5 job unless I was working at a gym or working at something like that. I wouldn't go. I'll go when I'm to the gym looking like I'm going to the gym or like a hobo. I'll go to Walmart at 3 a.m. in my sweatpants, if I'm trying to float below the radar, because let's face it, a lot of our fans go to Walmart too.
Yeah.
And I have been recognized in but then I go like, damn, I just got recognized in Walmart below the radar, no makeup, ponytail like this, looking like a dang cousin it over here. And then I go like, oh, that's what that fan's perception is of me now that they see me in real life. And I go,
but that's your own time in your defense. Yeah,
it is. It is. But when I go to the airport, I feel like I am at work, because there's been countless times that I've signed autographs at baggage claim.
You're Mickie James when you leave the house
or whatever. So when I'm going to work, I'm going to work, and no fans want to meet Mickie James in her sweatpants or her fleece pants. They don't want to meet me in this.
Listen, right? I think they do.
Maybe they will. After one of those ones.
After this, they do.
Yeah.
There's
but
that
this
John
is a whole
Crawford quote. Yeah.
And people go like, oh, that's a generational thing. And it's not. No, it's just about having a little pride and respect in the fact that I get to live my dream and go to work and live the dream as a superstar. And these fans want to meet the superstar.
Yeah, exactly. There was one time I was in Memphis Championship Wrestling when I was starting. We all went to the same gym, and they said, I used to be a fan of this girl. I'm not mentioning names or anything, until I met her in person at the gym. And I go, well, we don't we'll break out if we have foundation sweating like at the gym. Oh no.
Yeah.
And so I won't go even to Walmart without my eyebrows done or something like that. I always get recognized at Walmart.
Yeah.
Every time.
Oh, Walmart, you're always going to get recognized at Walmart. You're not going to go to Walmart and not get recognized. I can guarantee you that. Yeah.
Well, Gisele and I had this conversation in a Starbucks, our favorite hangout in Camden, spoiler alert. And we were saying like, as fans, I was telling her the whole story of like how I, saw Stacy Keibler or the Tori Wilsons or the Jerichos.
Yeah. And
when they didn't look like who I saw on TV, I was like, oh, and I don't want to ever have that be a thing. And Gisele is, she's carrying that torch bravely.
And Val is still in therapy about seeing this in person. Like,
oh God, who was the worst? I'm trying to think. Who was the worst? Oh, I'm going to call someone out.
Make sure that they're not going to be a guest on our show, by the way.
I don't know.
This is going in the outtakes.
I'll go best. Jericho was the best. I told you that story. Jericho was the best.
Jericho always looks like a superstar. Yeah.
11:30 a.m. Pleather, cherry red patent leather pants, sparkly belt, sparkly Playboy printed shirt, open, blowing in the wind, long hair. I was like, this guy should be president. The best.
Oh my God.
And Gisele's carrying that torch. Well, Gisele, honestly, we've loved having you here. Thank you so much for being here. It's been such a great conversation. But do you have any final words for your fans here? And also, as Mickie said, like, what are you looking forward to from here on out? Do you have any appearances you want to talk about or anything you're looking forward to in particular?
Yes. So I have shows this weekend. We do the wrestles and stuff and whatever. So
we do
the wrestles,
so I'll be
the graps,
the wrestle, the graps. You know what I mean?
Not the craps, the graps.
I will be on Impact. Impact Wrestling this Thursday. I'll be in Sarnia, Canada on Friday. Toronto on Saturday, and I'll be in London, Ontario on Sunday. So it's crazy. Yes. Yay.
Weekend.
You know what? I love it. I just love wrestling so much, and I just love to travel as well. So it's like hand in hand, just amazing. And that's what I have coming up this weekend.
That's awesome.
Ladies, Lisa and Mickie, can you tell us about your upcoming appearances coming up? We are in spooky season. We mention that patreon.com/GAWTV. There's a live chat happening October 26th. How exciting. Yes. Description, please check it. Come join us live after GAWTV for a live chat just like this, just like you're on an episode of GAW. But Lisa and Mickie, what do you have coming up?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, I have
Go ahead.
Fayetteville this weekend, you guys. Remember, we were trying to
Ooh.
schedule something Fayetteville Comic Con, so I'll be there this weekend.
Fun.
Oh,
I have a few more, but it's on my paper calendar, you guys.
She loves a paper calendar.
We do.
My calendar.
Yeah.
I love my old school. What about you, Mickie?
I actually have this weekend off, which is exciting. The
Wow.
other thing, I know I have Impact Wrestling obviously coming up because the last rodeo continues. I also have WrestleCade coming up. I just put those are on pre-sale. And I guess I could just shamelessly plug right now figuremania.net because I have an exclusive figure that's available on pre-order. And I'm also doing like different levels where one of them comes with an 8x10. Sorry, I just got something in my eyeball.
Oh, you're just so
Oh.
excited about it. You want to cry. I get it.
The doll
Very
line.
exciting.
Oh, got it. I don't know
Oh,
what the
God.
hell in there.
My figures,
Ah! Daddy!
they're so beautiful.
They are beautiful. Figuremania.net. But it's also at Figuremania.net if you're looking to follow on the socials.
Yes.
But it's our first figure, and it's in Hasbro style, like an old school throwback, but
Ooh.
modeled after my appearance in this year's WWE Royal Rumble as Impact
Ooh.
Knockouts champion. So I'm wearing that gear, and it's available for pre-order right now. And there's all kinds of things there. And yeah, I'm going to Birmingham, England, not Paint Me a Birmingham, for a Comic-Con coming up with Trish Stratus. So my
Yay.
YouTube fans, I'm coming out. We're gonna do
Yay.
photo ops and pictures together there, and Germany
And
at the
visit
end of the
Val.
year.
Visit Val.
Yeah, I might put her in my suitcase.
You know what? I'm there. And as far as your
Yes.
figures go, what can I say, Mickie? I like your figure.
Yeah, I got a good.
Hubba.
It's stacked in the back.
I had something in my
You know,
eye. It got weird. I got weird.
Holler at your girl.
Holler at the girl.
Let her know.
I will
That's
say,
something
Gisele, you're no stranger to Progress Wrestling. I will be at Progress in Cardiff. We've got some great shows coming up in Camden. A lot of great dates coming up for Progress Wrestling here in the UK. And of course, I've got a signing with Music City Toys and Collectibles and
Holler.
a few other things in the works. I've got some Comic Cons, Comic Con Liverpool with Monopoly events in
Ooh.
November. Very exciting.
Liverpool.
Yes, a lot of
Okay.
great guests there. I've got Sci-Fi Comic Con coming up in December with a lot of the Stranger
Wow.
Things people, which
Ooh.
I'm a big fan, including
Oh.
Billy.
Loves.
Hold on
Huh?
to your life, hold on to your floaties, moms, because Billy's coming and he's gorgeous and I can't wait to meet him.
Hell's
Oh.
Fire.
Oh, Billy.
Hell's Fire Club.
just to let you know where to hook me up.
Yes.
If he's
Gisele is looking for that billionaire. Where you at?
billionaire daddy.
I'll tell you. He's
She's like,
a
I'm kidding,
billionaire.
but I'm not.
Get it?
What?
I know.
I'll stop. Should be a fun few
What?
months. And of course, it's spooky season. Last question, Gisele, we'll let you go. I know you're a busy gal, but what are you going to be for Halloween this year? Do we know yet? Spoiler alert.
Or is it a surprise?
I don't know.
Or I
yet,
go to
because
OnlyFans to find out. OnlyFans to find out.
Oh, yes, that is true. But I'm just letting you know, my birthday is the 30th.
Ooh. Wow.
So
Happy early
yeah.
birthday.
Thank you so much. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, so my birthday's the 30th.
weekend.
I know, but here's the thing: I'm wrestling on my birthday, so we'll see what we're going to be on the 31st.
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen,
Yeah.
color
Tune
us
in.
intrigued. I can't do that with this hat. I really can't.
I can't
Mickie tries to
get
do
too
it.
close because my boobs may fall out because this
Yeah.
top is really questionable.
Listen, that's the
Look,
Patreon.
look how good she does it. My arms
Patreon.
get up,
It's a lot.
and then my
Flexibility
neck goes
counts. Yeah,
back
Gisele's
like
got
this.
it.
Oh.
He's got it. In all seriousness,
Got it.
Gisele, thank you for being so. Thank you for being so amazing, so candid, so
Thank you.
gorgeous and fabulous. We're so proud of you
Yes.
in so many
Thank you
ways, and
so
we're also
much.
proud to call you one of our grown-ass women alumni and one of our friends. And we're just again so thrilled you could be here with us. And let's raise a glass to
Thank you.
Gisele because we love you so much.
You're truly extra
Yes.
and truly the
Yes.
best.
Thank you so
Truly
much. I
the
appreciate
best.
it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Treat
I love you guys
yourself.
so much.
I love you
Treat,
too, baby.
Aw.
treat yourself.
We love you.
Yourself.
Love you.
Love you.
Ah, yes, queen.
Aw.
This is the word to go, y'all.